And is this a meteorite just sitting right
Yeah,
here?
it was just for fun.
Just for fun, there's just a meteorite.
So that's an iron meteorite. That was the core of an old planet that got obliterated in the early parts of the solar system. You see those little round white nodules in there. Those were the first things to form in our solar system.
This is older than the solar system itself.
That's right. This is a piece of the moon, right here. It's a lunar meteorite, so when the moon gets hit by a rock.
The debris coming off, okay.
This is one of the first things I bought when I came to the museum. I was like, I'm not gonna stay here unless I get a piece of the moon. So we have one, and I'm good now.
Los Angeles County is a big place. 88 cities, thousands of neighborhoods, with nearly 10 million people sprawled across 4,000 square miles. So just how does LA County serve such a vast and diverse region? It's science, from anthropology to zoology and everything in between. The science of protecting county residents, preserving the past, and preparing for the future. I'm David Summers, and today, we're diving into the science behind LA County services. Welcome to LA Countyology.
The Natural History Museum is home to 35 million specimens, and one of the great collections is this, the Gem and Mineral Hall, which is home to over 150,000 specimens, an exhaustive collection. And we're going to go inside today, but we're actually going to take you into the science behind the Gem and Mineral Hall, into the labs where county scientists are working every day on how minerals are impacting our everyday life. And with us is Dr. Aaron Celestian, who is the curator for this exhibit, but he's also a mineralogist. You're actually bringing these minerals into the real world. What is that work and what are you involved in?
That's a great question. So that's why we have this laboratory on public display, so people can see the kind of work we're doing with minerals. We are working on using minerals for lithium sequestration. We're tackling diseases like kidney disease and kidney stone formation. So a lot of that stuff is happening right here, right in front of everybody that comes into the museum, so they can see how modern mineralogy is done.
I know that you're partnering with the Jet Propulsion Lab with NASA. What's that project involved, and how are you taking the science beyond the museum and into the community and to JPL?
So one of the things that we're working on with JPL is that we're trying to understand how bacteria can live inside of crystals. So when a lake or an ocean evaporates, there's crystals formed at the bottom of that when it gets completely dry. Anything that was in the water also gets trapped inside the crystals, and that includes any kind of microscopic living organisms. So if we're going to find life on another planet or moon, and we don't see animals just running around on the surface, we're going to look for that sort of microscopic organism inside of crystals that have been trapped in there for eons. Really what the big deal about mineralogy is that we're looking at small scale processes to help understand the much larger scale geological world.
What are some of the practical applications of your work?
So there's a couple things that we're working on. One is that we need fresh water to drink in Los Angeles. We're in a constant drought, it seems like. There's always this water shortage. So if we can do desalination on a scale that can help LA County residents, that would be great. But desalination is extremely expensive, and it's prone to a lot of mechanical failure. So what we're working on here is that as water is coming in from the ocean, we are stripping that water of metals like lithium and silver and copper, all the stuff that makes desalination difficult. So another thing that we're working on is kidney stone problems. So if you have kidney stones developing, those are just minerals, and understanding how kidney stones grow is the same thing as understanding how minerals grow in the environment. So we're taking mineralogical processes and applying that to what's happening inside of our body. Like all these little round dots is on the surface of a kidney stone. And those little round dots are each little bacteria. But not only that, they build like these structures and these strands. And we think that that is helping assemble these crystals. And if that continues over and over again, you end up building a giant stone in your kidney and you can't pass it anymore. With the SEM, with the scanning electron microscope, we're able to image this and get a better understanding of like how this really happens, so that we can then develop pharmaceuticals or other treatments to cure kidney stone disease.
I'm noticing some stats on the wall behind you.
Oh yeah, our famous wall of how many new minerals that were discovered. There's only 6,000 plus-ish mineral species ever even known right now. And we have discovered over 335 in the last 15 years.
So about 5% of the total known number of minerals have been discovered just by the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles
That's
County.
right.
That's incredible.
It is incredible.
You're describing things that have huge commercial application with potential untold wealth behind that. Why are you here? Why are you not off making a fortune bringing these discoveries to market?
So before coming here, I was a geology professor, and I started up a few of my own companies for oil cleanup and remediation in Kentucky. But I wasn't really happy with that. I wanted to rapidly develop environmental solutions, medical solutions, pharmaceutical solutions to help people immediately. And I saw myself being able to do that very easily here at the Natural History Museum because I have just this enormous library of minerals that I can draw from and be able to advance the studies, advance the science as fast as I possibly can.
Do you ever notice people tend to congregate around certain stones or minerals or samples?
Yeah, the ones that look like food, people tend to congregate around. Ones that look delicious, like a Jolly Rancher. So some of these red barrels and that emerald, they just look delicious.
Don't eat them though, kids.
Don't eat them.
Yeah. Each and every day, scientists, curators, volunteers, and staff at the Gem and Mineral Lab and across the Natural History Museum are using mineralogy to help us better understand our world, from climate change to exploring the solar system and beyond. Until next time, as we continue to dig in and discover, we'll see you on LA Countyology.